Hi, this is George LeMieux from the Gunster Law Firm for your COVID-19 report for Thursday, April 2nd. Let me start with the numbers first. This morning, the state of Florida reported that over 8,000 positive cases for the coronavirus. Important for us to note over time is that how many people have tested positive. We're now also going to need to start reporting how many people are coming through having had the disease and now are disease-free again. So those numbers are something I'm going to be trying to report for you in the days and weeks ahead. We've had 128 deaths. That went up from 101 deaths reported Wednesday. Palm Beach County leads the state with 22 victims. Broward has 17 deaths, and Miami-Dade County has 19. Also wanted to mention to you, we spoke yesterday about the fact that the governor issued a stay-at-home order for the state of Florida. A subsequent order came out. That was Order 91. And today, or yesterday later, Order 92 came out, which clarified that the previous stay-at-home order for the state preempts any conflicting orders by any municipality. So if there's something in your local city or county stay-at-home order that conflicts with what came out yesterday, the state order rules. What the state order did, again, was take the Department of Homeland Security's essential industries and said those were essential services that stayed open, plus the Miami-Dade County order. And if you're in either one of those two, then you're an essential business that can stay open. You can find the governor's order from yesterday on our website at gunster.com/COVID-19. Interesting point I also wanted to raise with you. I was on a webinar this morning talking about what authority the government has to institute these stay-at-home orders. Does the federal government have the same authority? Why do states have the authority? Pretty interesting. And frankly, the states have more authority over this. Americans 100 years ago, 200 years ago would understand this because we always had this notion of a limited federal government with states really having these authorities. Our governor is the head of the state National Guard. He's also the head of the militia. He has the authority to impose these emergency orders. The president, less authority, but probably still the same authority. If he wanted to, he's not chosen to exercise it. There is a National Emergencies Act, which gives the president some 136 emergency powers. There's also a Public Health Services Act, which enables the Surgeon General, with the approval of the Secretary of Health and Human Services, to make and enforce regulations necessary to prevent the introduction, transmission, and spread of communicable diseases. So the president probably also has the authority by law passed by Congress, to issue quarantine orders, but he hasn't really yet. They've just issued guidelines. Those authorities really coming from the state and local authorities. Interesting, back in time, in the 1800s, we had circumstances where people were fleeing states to avoid various problems with various different health concerns. There was what was called the shotgun quarantine during the yellow fever epidemic in the late 19th century, and that resulted in an area right around the Gulf of Mexico, Pensacola, New Orleans, Mobile, people trying to flee to Memphis, to Arkansas, and local folks stopped those people from fleeing and basically created barricades. So there's a long history in this country of dealing with epidemics. There's a long history of local governments having the authority, and even as the Supreme Court has recognized, to protect the people in their jurisdictions to ensure their health, safety, and welfare. That's your report for Thursday. Stay safe out there. We're going to get through this. Talk to you tomorrow.